Hiya, Alan here. In our last video, I explained how the subconscious works. And today, I would like to explain to you how you can use it to improve your life. Now, I'm sure you've heard of self-development, but maybe not taken too much notice of it. But you really can influence your subconscious to improve your life. And I've studied these things for a long time. That's 50 years. I'm a trained counsellor, so I know a bit about it. And if you've not seen the first video on the subconscious, I suggest that you do that first, watch that first, and then watch this one, and improve your life. Things are tough at the moment, and they're going to get a lot tougher. So you need to be a head above the crowd. And you can do it if you put some effort into it and try. So let's take it away. The connections in the brain are far too complex for here, so I would just generalize. The neocortex is unique to humans and is your conscious. The prefrontal lobes are where you do your thinking. This is the real you. This is where you ponder the information the amygdala lets you have. Here you make a decision and the amygdala carries it out, but only if it feels safe and it is an action that it has already been trained in. It can take over if it feels it's necessary. Example, panic or anger. People say things when they're angry that they don't mean, and it's usually from a garbled collection of stuff over time that's gone into the subconscious. In the last video, you will have learnt how your subconscious absorbs information. Repetition. Any learned skill is achieved by repetition, but your subconscious learns fastest through pain. Ow, won't do that again. And also learns quite quickly through success. Every time you have success and achievement and you feel really uplifted by it, that goes into your subconscious and it learns to assist you with these success programs. Secondly, it learns through action, driving, juggling, etc. Lastly though, through observation. It takes longer to train your subconscious by talking to it, but it can be done, especially if backed up with pictures or action. In the last video, I referred to my subconscious as an alien within. I shall henceforth call it an alien because it has a mind of its own. If you think it's impossible to influence your alien brain with talk, what about prayer? Prayer is a great thing if used correctly. Pray to love thy neighbour, goodwill to all men, etc., etc. That should make people decent, and it works to an extent, or it used to, but look at society today without prayer. A Muslim prays 5 times a day. By the time he is an adult, it will be fixed absolutely in his brain, and so rigid that many are prepared to die for it. This is actually a form of brainwashing, so do not think it does not work. Prayer or self-development, it has the same effect. Let's change your life, okay? To get you on the right track, I'm going to do a brief synopsis of Napoleon Hill's book, Think and Grow Rich. And by rich, he means rich in whatever you want to achieve. I will leave a link in the description for a free download of the book. It all starts with thought. In the first paragraph, Hill argues that thinking is more conducive to success than any other feature including money, education, or specific knowledge about something. The man that thinks he can accomplish something is already a step forward towards the finishing line. Even Buddha said 2,500 years ago, what we think we become. He must have been a prophet. Desire. How bad do you want it? Of course, all of us have different goals and dreams for ourselves, but have you ever asked yourself this question? It might seem superfluous at first, but it's only when we really, really want something that we'll do whatever's necessary to achieve it. If you want it badly enough, you will get it. The next chapter is on decision. Remember in the last video I said that decision kicks the subconscious into acting. You have to make a solid decision to go through with what you want. Of course, you still have to program your inner computer in what you want to achieve, but unless you make a solid decision, you will go at it half-hearted. So decide what you want and train your alien brain to get it. Belief and faith. Faith, in Hill's words, means convincing yourself your goal is achievable, and faith can be trained and improved through self-suggestion. If you believe in something, or you have a specific end in mind, practice convincing your mind of the opportunity to realize that goal. And after a while, your mind will start to subconsciously act on behalf of your belief system. In a nutshell, you become what you think about. Now, in the previous video, I stated that your amygdala or alien brain reacts faster to pictures than words. To convince your mind with just words will take too long. Let's say, for argument's sake, you want the obvious, a Ferrari. Place a large picture of the model you want on your bedroom wall and dream on. Einstein said, if it was not for dreamers, we would still be in the trees. Goals. Goals are perhaps the most important item on your journey. Write down your goals, 1-year goals, 5 and 10-year goals. Be realistic, but define them well. What medal, what colour, etc. Plans. It's no use having goals without plans. You must write down what you have to do on a daily basis, weekly and monthly basis. Put this on the wall under the picture. Read out aloud every morning and before going to bed. Now, I know this sounds a bit crazy, just don't tell anyone. But if you watch the last video, you will know that it can make a difference. Your subconscious alien brain will slowly absorb this and help you on your way. But remember, it will take time and repetition. Commitment. No excuses. We tend to, if tired or whatever, say, oh, tomorrow, or I must mow the lawn or do the housework, mend the fence. You must follow your plans to the letter at all times. And it's going to take time. You must be tenacious, unstoppable. Do not forget belief. Commitment strengthens over time, but it begins with a single decision. That brings us to persistence. As I said, no excuses. As shown in the last video, it takes practice for your mind to absorb and act on anything. Repetition is rewarded. Just keep going. The man sells his gold mine cheap when only 1 foot away from a gold strike. Never give up. Never give up. Most people do not fail, They just give up because it's a long, hard road, but the rewards are endless. Auto-suggestion. Don't expect it to be easy. If you grew up in the same settings the vast majority of the current human population did, chances are you've been brainwashed for years with lots of false beliefs such as money is evil, the economy is worsening, having goals is egotistic, you are not a business person, and the likes. Understand that people who talk this way never experienced a meaningful and rich existence, and they probably never will. Do yourself a favour and shield your mind from them. Protect your spirit from contamination at all costs. Do not let them deprive you from success. They are quietly doing the job that you should be doing, only they hold you back instead of driving you forward. Procrastination. Procrastination is probably one of the main reasons most people aren't satisfied with their lives. Procrastination means giving up on yourself, to put off, to delay progress. It means paying too much attention to other people's opinions about you and the possibilities in your life. Remember that everyone has opinions, even the people that shouldn't. And the sooner you grasp this, the faster you can decide not to put up with people whose aim is just that of bringing you and your dreams down. Life improvement is a race, and if you're not in the running, well... Imagination. If there's one quote that completely reflects the theory upon which Hill's book is based, it would certainly be that of Albert Einstein. Imagination is more important than knowledge. Knowledge is limited. Imagination encircles the world. Remember, he also said, if it were not for dreamers, we would still be in the trees. So dream on, guys, and make that dream come true. As Homo sapiens, we can translate thoughts into things. We can create anything that our mind conceives and deems possible. It descends that our mind can be both a blessing and a curse, our greatest ally or our worst enemy. While if properly directed, our mind can function as a catalyst for progress and development. A contaminated one will surely harm us and make us victims of our own existence. Mastermind. The main theme here is to disassociate negative people and get around positive, successful people. You have vision, desire, faith, knowledge and imagination. What's next? At this point it is pivotal that you surround yourself with like-minded people. People who you know you can trust on an intellectual perspective and that can give you noteworthy insights and sparks which you can draw inspiration from. Specialized knowledge. Hill proclaims that there are two types of knowledge. General knowledge, which is definitely more popular, especially among university professors. It is, though, not very useful for the accumulation of wealth. That's why professors in most cases are very intelligent and yet not particularly rich. Specialized knowledge is necessary for success. If you're not specialized about the products or services you sell or create, the chances are you're never going to be wealthy or successful or even happy in any endeavor. Fear. This is the killer of all good plans. Here comes the toughest of your opponents in the road to financial, mental and spiritual success. Fear stops a lot of people from becoming their best selves, and it will try to stop you too, if you let it. Again, in the last video, I explained how your animal brain tries to keep you safe by putting fear on you in order to distract you from a difficult job. Your subconscious is primeval. It's a primeval machine, and it does not know the difference from a predator and the rat race. Did you read Susan Jeffers' Feel the Fear and Do It Anyway? I have an extremely powerful fear of heights. The only bad experience I've ever had, apparently, was when a babe in arms, my mother passed me to her sister and they dropped me on the pavement. Now, that was my first learnt experience. I cannot remember it, but the feeling of falling and ending in great pain must have been so embedded in my brain that I cannot master it. It must have been like falling from a first floor window to a babe. But it has never held me back. That's been my only problem, fear of heights. So I just don't go anywhere higher. Action. Lastly, nothing is going to happen without you taking action. Brush aside fear, it is not real. Follow your plans. Remember, in the last video, I implied that you can make all the plans you like, but when you come to take action, listening to the inevitable fear and saying, better do tomorrow, will get you nowhere. Fear will try to talk you out of success. Seriously, go for it. Well, that's the gist of Napoleon Hill's book, and it's absolutely true. Don't believe? How do you think you learn to drive or walk, for that matter? If you can teach your brain these tasks, then you can teach it to do anything. Really believe. Become obsessed with what you want. Do not allow negative thoughts to dominate your thinking. Question your thoughts. Ask yourself, why did I think that? On top of Hill's recommendations, I say question your thoughts as one of the most important things. Ask yourself, where did that thought come from? You will gradually recognize and overcome your negative alien brain. It tries to protect you, but it is out of touch with the modern world. Go for it. Repetition, remember? So watch again, watch again, watch again. I have to go now. Look, the buffalo are going home. So I hope you got something from this video, and keep repeating your plans. Keep repeating them like a Muslim prayer, and change your life, and it will work. But you have to have faith and believe in it, and keep going. You know, repetition, and you will get there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.